Right, so we've got Harry Symeou from Chronicles of a Gooner podcast. Good friend of mine, Harry. Mate, first of all, this jacket. Is that Arsene Wenger or what? Mate, I mean, it's class.
Do you know what? Everybody, you know how many times I walk down around the stadium and people go to me, "Oh, is that Wenger?" But do you know what? It's so warm, man, and winter's coming. He's served me well. So
it is. We're having a turn here, but mate, I'm loving it. So look, let's talk about the game then today. 1-0 for the Arsenal. Not a huge amount to talk about, if I'm completely honest, was there?
No, it was a strange game. I thought in the first half we were completely in control without playing very well, if that makes sense. I didn't think Bournemouth were at the races today, which obviously helped us. But I expected us in the second half to push on and, you know, really kill the game off and go sort of a couple of goals up and finish things off. But it didn't happen. I thought we started to lose control of the game. We got a bit nervous. Unai Emery made a couple of changes that were a little bit, you know, the Torreira thing about 10 minutes from the end was a little bit defensive-minded. We used to complain when Wenger didn't do that stuff, so, you know, it's hard to criticise Emery for that, but I just felt that, you know, we should have put the game to bed earlier on and we made it a lot more nervy than it needed to be.
Yeah. Let's talk about then squad selection, because say in the game itself, not loads. Were you happy? Were you happy with the team that started?
It's the team I expected, because based on, you know, the team that played on Thursday night, there were a lot of players that played that game and it was obvious they weren't going to come straight into the starting lineup today. This Özil thing is rumbling on, which is...
I was going to ask, not in the squad at all again today.
Yeah, I mean, I can't understand that. It doesn't make sense to me. You know, he's not performed to the best of his ability at Arsenal, there's no doubt about that. But he's good enough to be in the 18. So, you know, to be left out time and time again shows that there's something personal going on there, and I hope it gets...
Well, do you think it's personal, or do you think it's simply just cash? Do you think somebody from the club has said to him, look, this guy's earning 350 grand a week, we can't keep him, so we've got to kind of phase him out, you've got to learn to kind of not use him, you know? Is that not what they're doing? They're just learning for life without him?
Yeah, maybe so. I don't know. I just think that, you know, he's here now, we've paid the money for him already. Just use him, just get the maximum out of him. And he's not always performed, like I said, but he's still better than a lot of the other players we got in that squad. And I think that he's a good option, at least from the bench. I've got no issue if you don't want to start him every week, but to freeze him out makes no sense.
Okay, well then just kind of one last one then, Harry, mate, on, I suppose, the race for the top four. You know, the top two is, sorry, I mean, Man City, by the way, lost today against Wolves 2-0. But we still expect those to be the top two. Start of the season, we're kind of trying to work out a little bit, weren't we, who was going to be the kind of the order of the next four. You kind of confident what you've seen from Arsene Emery this year, that you're better than, say, Spurs, Chelsea and United?
It's hard to say. I don't think that Arsenal are particularly good this season. I don't think that they've improved much from last season, and that's kind of been my frustration. I think we're kind of at the same level, but I think we will make the top four sort of by default, because I think Manchester United are a lot worse than us. I think Chelsea, you know, they've got a bright future ahead of them.
They won today against Southampton. They were good today.
They won, and it's a bright future, but I think with youngsters you're always going to get inconsistency, so I think that will hold them back. But I think Arsenal will finish in the top four sort of by default, just based on the way the other teams are.